Dear friends, my name is Brother Sean, and I'm a lay monastic in the Teo community of interspiritual Franciscans, currently an online lay monastic community where men and women come together online each day to break bread in fellowship. This is the last video of video 7 in our short theme of videos, and I would like to share a little bit about fellowship as a brother in a loving family whose hearts have been inspired by a simple vision from Francis, given in 2006 to set up the Teo community to embrace all faiths, and again in April 2008 in Assisi to establish the Franciscan Abbey of Peace and Compassion, an online community of men and women who are willing to embrace their heart, honor their spiritual teachers' rules and regulations, what have you, whether they're Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Baha'in, doesn't matter. So Franciscan spirituality lives, moves, and breathes fellowship. We are famous for our hospitality. We have an open door policy where anyone can come and anyone can leave. To be a member of that community, all that is asked of you, are you willing to surrender your heart to love? The membership is nothing like the membership I had as a young boy of 16 and a half, leaving Dublin, my mum and dad, my brothers and sisters, my friends, when I was taken on a 5-hour journey to enter a Catholic nursing monastery. The first 3 years of our formation training was almost enclosed. The only two people we'd ever see was the postman and the breadman. We rarely seen anybody of the opposite sex. It was an all-male community, and by golly, it was a learning curve for a young man. But it taught me so much. And I often think of it now and the lovely young men who shared a part of my life as I sit here in our monastery garden, looking back on all those years, especially this time when it was harvest time. In our community, fellowship is so important because, yes, our little monastery here, we do accommodate members of the community and friends who want to come on respite or on retreat. We only accommodate 3 to 4 people at any one time because as an enclosed monastic, my monastic life must take priority, but I'm willing to share hospitality to those who need a safe place to be. So we are praying a prayer of thanksgiving for the field of dreams that is living in the etheric realm, the Franciscan Abbey of Peace and Compassion. So we're an online community where we invite ordinary men and women who have a desire to live a simple life, who have a love of Francis and nature and animals. And they wish also to belong to something that shares those values. Our membership is open to those who just wish to be a friend. And that's all, a friend. They receive the newsletter. They're kept informed regularly of events that are happening online, on our live stream channels. They're invited to our events once a month. But if one wants to become a monastic, they enter a period of training online, where they begin the first 6 months as a trainee undertaking the Tree of Life course, which is a beautiful hands-on course that challenges the heart to reawaken the divine within. And then, upon completion of the course, they're invited to undertake their 2 years training as an omelette. I always say omelette. And that really is a journey of love, where they're assigned a mentor from the community, a monastic, who will walk with them, who will support them, who will befriend them. And it's done in a loving way, through Skyping one another, maybe meeting one another. But our community members are all around the world, so Skype is an invaluable tool to us, but the internet as well. Fellowship combined with love and respect and reverence is so important, because when I look back to my monastic days, they weren't all holy. Trust me, sometimes in some communities it was an absolute nightmare. In the established communities where we had our small hospitals and nursing homes, I found community living lonely, because the older monks would be in bed at 9. And because I was in my early 20s, the younger monks were leaving in their droves. Why, I didn't know, but then I soon found out, because they came under a lot of criticism from the older monks, especially as they were out training to become nurses, so they could go and work on the missions. But you know, community now, for me, is more fulfilling. Why do I say that? Because I'm responsible for my faith journey. I don't have the securities that I had as a conventional Catholic monk, where I lived in a big building, where bells ruled my life, where I didn't have a watch or a mirror. But here, I'm responsible for my day-to-day living. I'm responsible for my rule of life, the times I'm willing to allocate to meditation, to prayer, to reading, and to working. Creating a balance. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. And each member of our community who chooses to become an oblate, there is freedom. There are no rules and regulations other than the invitation to join their community live on the internet for morning and evening prayer and the vigil at night, if they are free. If they're working, they usually watch the recorded version. But the wonderful thing about the Teo community is this: it embraces all faiths, not just Catholics. It embraces all lifestyles. It embraces all age groups. Because as you know, to become a member of a conventional monastery, they usually like you to be in your early 30s. And I can understand why that is. Because the older you get like me, you become set in your ways. My word, am I set in mine? And the beauty of living the monastic life from your monastery without walls is that you create the way of life that's right for you. If you're a Buddhist, which is not a religion, in my heart I see it more as a philosophy, a beautiful philosophy. And there's some wonderful teachings. And I'm a great lover of the Dalai Lama. I just have such respect for him. And it saddens me that China is so opposed to him returning to his people. But you know, we can all learn from one another. We have members who are Wiccan, pagan, Buddhist, Jew, Christian. One or two who were with us were Hindu and Sikh, but they went on to become monks in their own community. But you know, being a member of an interspiritual community that embraces the natural world, like Francis, in fellowship where there is respect, where there is tolerance, where there is love, is a wonderful concept that God gave us to establish this online lay monastic community. And it's open to you to everyone. You do not have to leave your mom and dad. You do not have to leave your partner. You do not have to change your name. But what you do is enter a sincere commitment between your heart and that of the Supreme. And if you're willing to be a part of a loving, vibrant family, then the invitation is for you as well. Take care. Thank you for watching the video. God go with you.